Do you feel you're wasting your money, your energy, your time on a therapist and it's simply not working? Are you wanting to invest in yourself, yet you're finding what other people say, like getting a therapist, is not working? I'm going to give you this tool today that's going to save you a hell of a lot of money, a lot of time, and is going to literally transform your world like it did for me. Now, when I got a therapist, I've had 2 different therapists in the past, right? One of them, lovely man, but I felt that I was almost showing up to help him in some ways. Now, I know that can be a projection of what's going on inside of myself, but I almost felt like he was my granddad and I had to call him every week. And that is not why we want to get a therapist, guys. The reason why we want to get a therapist is for our own well-being and mental health, and just be able to live and be able to talk about these things that not necessarily maybe other people want to talk about. But on this channel, we are totally open, talking about everything and anything to do with spirituality, mental health, how we can create the life that we want, and ultimately live the best life you desire. So if you don't know me already, my name is Annie, and I will be talking to you today about a personal topic close to my heart that actually I've gone through my own journey with this, where I've got, like I said, I've had 2 therapists in the past. One felt like my granddad. The other person, I mean, it was more over text, and I felt almost like she was judging me in some ways with the things that I was saying. And sometimes when I talk about deep things, I end up laughing as a coping mechanism, when actually I think it might have been taken the wrong way in certain scenarios with her. So 2 therapists I've had in the past simply have not worked. But there is this one tool. So if you're finding you haven't got a lot of mindfulness in your life, you find that you want to get straight to the root cause, the subconscious mind, and find out what it is that's stopping you from achieving what you want, this one is for you. And if you stay tuned to the end, I'm going to give you a real juicy tool on actually how you can implement this in your life and structure it to the point where you don't need no therapist if you don't want one. This is for you if, number 1, you're finding that words are just not useful in this scenario. You're finding words cannot come out organically for you with what's going on inside, and you find that you're almost having verbal diarrhea, or you're literally constipated with words. That is definitely something I've struggled with in my past. I've definitely gone down the more verbal diarrhea route, I could be completely honest with you. But I just want to acknowledge how difficult it can be to express with words at times. And that is difficult. And there is a different way of doing this. Number 1, if you're someone who fails to come up with the words that's actually going on inside, if you're someone who wants to implement a more mindfulness practice in your life, and if you're someone that wants to get to the root cause and the subconscious mind like that and know what's going on internally for you, and wants to know how you can do this in a more fun, playful, enjoying way whilst being on your self-development journey. So this is a tool, and this tool is, if you cannot guess, it falls under the umbrella of creativity. Yes, when we can actually tune ourselves into a place of, I'm gonna create with no intention and just see where it goes, and feel into the art I'm creating. This can be journaling, this can be writing, this can be dancing, this can be singing, this can be talking like this can be anything expressive in your life. And actually, this is another tip that I actually want to say. It can also come out during intimacy with a partner. You can creatively express the feelings inside of yourself that need to come up as if you were with a therapist, but in intimate moments with people, person, partner, whoever it may be. These things need to happen. We are humans. We are not robots. We are here to create. We're here to creatively express our feelings. That is who we are. We cannot go black and white throughout our whole lives like robots and no feelings, because I'm telling you right now, artist, business owner, entrepreneur, athlete, everyone is a creator of some kind. It's that you need to tap into that place. So with art, this is how you can do this in the most effective manner possible. You're going to get a pen and a piece of paper, and you're literally just going to feel what you feel right now. Take a test, literally. How do you feel being in my presence right now? How do you feel listening to this? If you feel like quite joyful, happy, like just draw into that. It doesn't have to be great. You literally don't have to be any kind of artist. Now, next one. I want you to pause this video and I want you to now feel into what is going on internally or something that's happened in your life recently and draw that and just let the pen do what it needs to do and get these feelings outside of yourself. So if it's anger, you might be like, like you might just want to just rip up the piece of paper. You might want to just get it all out. If you're sad, I know for me, when I've done a lot of like creative arts, when I'm sad, I either dance where I'm like in a sad place, or I draw and I just want to draw like waves and tears, and like this is a good way of getting it out. We may not know the reason just yet, but it's going straight to the subconscious of what's really going on for you. When we can do this as little and often as even once per week, that allows us to be grounded, and it's almost a mindfulness practice. There is a fly right here. There is a fly. I actually think it's a wasp. Going back to it, when we are grounded and we're in that mindful place, that can allow us to really center ourselves and have those self-reflections and those aha moments and those breakthroughs in our own presence. We don't need someone else to be our mirror, because our art, our creation, or what we're expressing is our mirror. We don't need anything else. We are self-efficient and we are radically honest with ourselves during the process. And that is going to help you get the answers you really need. Not what you think you need, but what you really need. One thing you need in order to do this, except from a pen and a piece of paper, is to be radically honest with yourself and let go of that ego. When you let go of your ego, it allows you to completely switch off from needing to be a certain way in the world. And what I mean by that is feeling that we have to show up a certain way, or these parts of us that are so dominant in our lives, whether they're people-pleasing parts or perfectionism. We are lying to ourselves if we said that. And let me remind you, when you are expressively creating and when you are drawing, writing, journaling, dancing, singing, talking, in intimate moments, there is no mistake. So if there is a part of you that's like, I don't want to make a mistake, and that's your perfectionist coming out, just know you have no idea. If you think this is a mistake, it could actually be the biggest opportunity yet. Meaning it could ignite self-confidence in you. It could ignite this part of you that's been needing to come out for years. You just haven't been able to allow yourself to do it. But when you're expressing, when you're creating, that is the moment it can come out of you. And sometimes when you're actually in that, you realize, oh my God, the answers have been inside myself this whole entire time. All I needed to do was express it. I don't need no therapist. I don't need money to go give to a therapist. I simply am going to create this abundance inside of myself while processing what's really going on inside of myself. And I just want to say, I've been doing this for 5 years. I've had some pieces of art where I still don't know the meaning of. I trust that one day it will come around where I'll be like, actually, that was what that was meaning at that moment in time in my life. And there's other pieces of art that have allowed me to feel more self-confident in what I'm doing, or built my self-esteem more, or see my self-worth through the art. Even allowing myself to grieve through the process of how I've negatively spoken to myself in the past. This is a very powerful tool, guys. I don't know why anyone's not doing it out there, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think maybe because there's no money attached to it, where people can't make money from it like a therapist can make money. I don't know if people just haven't discovered it yet. I don't know if this is just me as the only person in the crowd going, woo, I think this is it, this is the way. I don't know, but what I'm telling you right now is it works. So try these steps of what I've given to you. First, listening to me, feeling how you feel in the presence of me right now. You can draw it. Actually, guys, you can even share it. I'm gonna allow you to all share it. Then step 2, go away and feel what's inside of yourself and radically be honest with yourself whilst expressing of what is really going on. A lot of the time we know the answers, we're just not ready to hear them. So I'd love to know how you get on. Write in the comments below what's come up, or what you're experiencing, or your thoughts upon this, because this is another thing. I'd love to hear what you guys think. anything that's come up for you during this, please share it. And if you are someone that you feel, okay, Annie, I am not the most creative person, I could really do with some help, you have watched to the end, I'm going to give you this tip, and it is a juicy tip of, okay, in every single creative process, you and I and everyone else, we need to have a structure. We can structure in our day, we're more likely to do it. I think it's like by 80% or something like that. And as we all know, to build a habit, we need to do it consistently. And when we're doing it consistently, it then becomes a ritual, which then is like how we brush our teeth in the morning, right? So that is the tip of how to do this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Can't wait to see you on the next video. If you got a lot out of this, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. This is going to help this channel grow and blossom into a nice creative art. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.